goes in nobody's household. What you put in the oven is what you end up getting out the oven. That's totally on you. My problem with this is I only know Amber Rose from Black Spaces. See, I don't mind nobody being MAGA. I don't mind nobody with the...
Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Scores and Assists, where we break down the latest headlines and bring you fresh takes on everything sports and culture. From trending news to game highlights and hot debates, we guide it all. Hit that subscribe button and stay in the loop. So, relationships are often treated like something you either get right or get wrong. But that's a misleading way to think about them. They are less like a test you pass and more like an ongoing negotiation between two evolving people. Every relationship, romantic, platonic, even professional, exists in motion. What works one year might not work the next, not because something has failed, but because people change. One of the most underrated skills in relationships is attention. Not grand gestures, not dramatic declarations, just sustained, quiet awareness.
What else is going on?
Can we talk about Amber Rose?
Oh!
What she did? Fine as shit. Not anymore?
Not to me.
Can your behavior change your looks?
Yes. Yeah.
See, look, like, y'all niggas look for the wrong things in women these days. Not
I'm with you, Parks.
You never had a woman like...
They don't change your looks for me. They just may change how.
How I look at you. You still
how I deal with that.
It still don't make it don't make you ugly.
Yeah, it can.
It can. It make you not as attractive.
Yeah, okay.
You might not be ugly, but I'm not as attractive to you as I once was.
Some people could be downright ugly. I'm not saying her, but it can be.
Nia Long could walk in here with a MAGA hat, a pitchfork.
Did you see her go?
Yeah, I did.
She looks amazing, yo. Can we pay some respect to her?
Yeah, we need like a Nia Long appreciation for her.
Hey, give me some fine chocolate that just never. She is good.
Oh yeah,
Kelly Rowland up on that joint too.
Shout out to y'all, yo.
Yeah, that Golden Graham.
Oh, is you into that? You back into
Golden
back into blacks?
I never not been into blacks.
Boy, all right, we gotta tell
we ain't playing the goofy joke.
Right,
Nigga, I never not been into blacks.
Follow me, but they look amazing.
Kelly Rowland,
beautiful,
like spring.
All right, you horny guys, I have it.
Right.
You gotta be horny, nigga. You see?
And I never tell my kids they have to work 10 times harder because they're black. Yeah. You have to work just as hard as everyone else, and if you want to be better, you know, like let's say the NBA for an example. If you want to be like a real all-star, yeah, you got to work harder. Yeah. But you have to work just as hard as everybody else. Your skin color in America is not. LeBron James.
What the fuck?
This is your part of the money, yo.
So hold on, wait, real quick.
No, she said some more.
Oh, okay.
She said some more.
You think that's wrong for her to teach her children that she's saying that
I think
you should
she's
just
wrong.
work as hard as everyone else? That's
No,
what
that's
I got
not what
from
she's
that.
saying. So the second part of what she said, I agree with, and I've said up here. That first part, she sounds.
You shouldn't work harder because you're black?
She's saying that she's not going to tell her kids you have to work harder than everybody else just because you're black, and she's kind of wrong in that.
You think even today?
Today. I think
today in today's society, you still think that?
Yes.
That's what he's saying.
I just want to make sure.
Like I think that there's an uneven playing field for us, and I think that her second part is the part that I agree with her on. You can still be great and be black. I'm not going to ever tell my kids that you can't accomplish whatever you want to accomplish as a black person in America. But he cut it off. But the first part of that, she's wrong. And I think she might be wrong because she never experienced it. If you never experienced it, and I don't know what her walk of life is, I do know that she was pretty all her life, and she started dating very rich men early on in life. And so because she did date rich men that were multi-millionaires early on in life, she might have never had to face some of the adversity that a lot of people have to, especially in a corporate setting. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. And so a lot of black women in corporate America are having to bust their ass 10 times more than their counterparts. So she can't make that claim because she's never had to experience that.
I'm always.
Oh, I thought you were saying you disagreed, nigga.
No.
Yeah, go ahead. Go
ahead.
That's right.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
I was trying to pull up a quote, but go ahead.
I'm saying that I feel like I didn't look at it that deep, right? Surface level. So that's where I can go wrong at. Mm-hmm. But I'm saying I don't think there's an issue of somebody teaching their children to not put up a color barrier. That's how I agree with that. Like, you'll go out there, bust your ass just like everybody else, and you can get whatever you work hard for. That's how I took
She
it.
said that
I wanna ask a
they don't
question.
have to work harder than their white counterparts. Is what she initially.
She is teaching her
took it-
kids that they're black, right? Because
Yes.
some people be like, I'm not teaching you not to see no color and all of that stuff. And
That's how I took it.
That's how I took some of that.
Yeah.
And that I think is wrong. You have, because there's systems out there, either you teach your kids that they're black, or the world is going to teach your kids that they're black. They gotta know.
I was looking at it just like, yo, there's no color barrier. That's how I looked at it. That's how I thought she was teaching her kids.
But there's a difference between saying there's like there is a color barrier, you can get past it. There is no color barrier, and then there's like I don't see color.
Okay.
Like your kid,
I don't see color thing. I don't rock.
and everybody seems to be responding to her as if she said all three of them things alternately. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
So
got it.
I was trying. That's why I was trying to get a sense of what she was actually
Joe
saying.
cut the clip.
Yeah, I said the end part is the part that I think is. What was the end part?
The end part was basically her saying that she's not going to tell her kids, even though they black, that they can't be great and that all of the things are not afforded to them in the world. Kinda is what she said.
And that's dangerously close to saying race don't matter.
No, it's not.
I think it's close to it.
I disagree. I think that as black people, and me and Joe have had this fight, me and Corey have had this fight. I don't think that you should tell your kids that they can't be great. You can be great. Now, the hurdles that you might have to jump
We've never had that fight.
No, listen to what I'm saying. The hurdles that you might have to jump will have to be higher. I think when we start telling people that the systems set in place are preventative from them being great, I think that's a dangerous
We've had that
message.
fight.
I think that's a dangerous message to send to your children.
I agree with you. I'm saying though, if she's saying that you don't have to run faster or jump higher,
She's wrong.
and I'm saying that's the part that's dangerously
I said
close.
she's wrong.
Yeah, but
No, I
I'm saying
said
that's
she's
dangerous
wrong.
close to saying race don't matter, right?
she's
To
wrong
me,
in
and I think again, there's a lot of privilege involved in that. The fact that she's racially ambiguous, and probably hasn't been black her whole life, hasn't identified as black. She don't really identify as black now, right?
Well, this is what Jocelyn on College Hill, and a lot of us was riding with Amber because the homie.
That was your home.
I like Amber. I know Amber. I like Amber. Yeah.
My problem with some of this is, hey, everybody raised their kids how they want. I'm not sticking my nose in nobody's household. What you put in the oven is what you end up getting out the oven. That's totally on you. My problem with this is I only know Amber Rose from black spaces. See, I don't mind nobody being MAGA. I don't mind nobody with their own views. But why y'all don't never say it sooner? We know Amber from Philadelphia. We know Amber
South
from Kanye West. We know Amber from music videos.
Wiz.
We know Amber from Wiz.
21.
It ain't no white around. So cool, now you mag it out, and now, you on your whole, I got it. But why not say it sooner?
But that
She would say.
But look, I'm sorry.
So she has said that she's seen the light, that she was a liberal, that she saw the world a certain way. She was doing stuff, and now she said at some point she saw the light, and now she sees the world very differently. She had a political conversion,
And I would say that's pretty convenient.
When I hear that, is kind of my same take about billionaires not being for us. I think once you start playing around in certain rooms and getting around certain people, your ideologies change, and you start to adapt that.
Yeah.
So you could call it seeing the light. I call it you playing over there in another sandbox, and now you're drinking that Kool-Aid.
But my question is, why are you in that sandbox?
So that I could get that Kool-Aid.
Right.
That's my goal. I want to get over there.
Yeah.
So what do you say to the people that don't want their children going into society or different places and having this grudge against other ethnicities, right? So if you instill that, because I've watched that coming up, if you instill that in your head, like, if you instill that in their head, watch this, watch that, opportunities aren't fair. Sometimes you go into an environment with this grudge already. And sometimes that can hinder you in certain situations. So, so what would be the middle for you, Mark?
Or prep you.
Say it again?
Or prep you.
Yeah. It's all about how you raise the kids. Sometimes when I give talks to young black men, I say there is a conspiracy against you. The world doesn't see you as smart, as talented, as moral, as healthy, as principled, as capable, as deserving. There's a conspiracy to lock you up. There's a conspiracy to put you on drugs. There's a conspiracy to kick you out of school.
Yes.
I said the question is, are you going to be part of the conspiracy by doing these things? Right. So I begin with the structural part, and then I say, yeah, but like, you're not going to school, you helping a conspiracy. You get what I'm saying? You dropping out. You not taking care of your children. You're doing these things that lots of people do. I'm not pathologizing black people. I'm just saying there's an opportunity here for us to see the game and then make a different choice. I think if you raise your kids like that, they don't grow up hating other people. They grow up saying, "There's something out here, and I do have to run faster, and I do have to jump higher." That's the reality.
That's
reality.
Sorry, that's what I was gonna say. Even if we strip all the racial aspect away from this and just strip it down to bare bone, why would you tell your kid that they got to work just as hard as everybody else?
Right.
I don't even understand that.
Right.
Pushing mediocrity to your kids.
I just don't get it. I
agree.
Say it again.
Why would you want to teach your kid to work as hard as everyone else?
Okay. Well, that's a whole nother conversation.
You should be outworking people just on
That's what's happening. Outworking people in your attempt to be great, in your attempt to separate yourself from the pack, in your attempt to ascend past the rest of the field.
Like why?
That's that participation trophy argument.
It's funny that she can only understand that when it comes to being an athletic all-star.
I don't want to disrespect the lady. Yep. That's when
that's pretty interesting.
That's when it was identifiable to her, which again, I don't know the lady and I don't want to be disrespectful to her, but that's where you see people working harder because she may have never been in a corporate setting. She may have never been in a business setting where you've seen people in 16-hour days, 12 or 14-hour days. She might have never seen that. So the only time it was relatable to her was when I might have been dating an athlete and I saw the extra work that they put in when they doing 2 and 3 a days and all that other shit. So then it became identifiable. It's people that work extra hard in corporate. It's people that work extra hard in school. It's people that school didn't come easy for them. They did the tutors and they did all of the extra shit where they had to work harder. You understand what I'm saying? So people that came from impoverished neighborhoods where they had to work harder.
And even in the sports context, she should get that. I mean, because she said
she got it in sports.
But what she said is in sports, you have to work hard.
No, she said if you want to be an all-star, you got to work.
Then you have to work harder,
right? To be better than average, but to get average, you have to work as hard as everybody else. And it's like, even in sports, if I come out of a D1 program and I come out of a D3 program, I don't have to work just as hard. I got to work harder.
True.
Yeah. You know what I mean? If I'm undrafted, if I'm 5'10" trying to play in the NBA, where there's like one person who's below 6 feet tall, like you got to go harder. And structurally, that's where we're positioned.
But how can we blame her? You can only teach what you know.
Yo, are you down with this lady?
No, I'm not.
Like, why you keep
no,
it's good. Well, like, what you think?
No, that's a good thing. Like, you can only teach what you know.
So you can't speak on it then?
Yeah, you can't. This is what she knows, nigga.
But it's not what she knows.
Co-signing that shit that she was doing when she was out there looking like y'all was good. And not saying the slut was that. I'm not saying the slut was that. I'm talking about certain. I'm not saying the slut. I'm not shaming the slut. Just saying that certain things that she was doing, we was co-signing. Oh, you look good, or damn, and all that shit. I'm saying that you can only teach what you know.
Yeah, but Flip, I don't want to give her.
What do we expect from somebody that has tunnel vision that looks at something?
Because she grew up in South Philly in the hood where there was like. I literally worked at the high school she went to, right?
Some people want to get away from that, Mark.
No,
but that you
listen to what I'm saying.
Guys, please.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Finish.
Just listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying she grew up in the heart of South. She grew up in the same hood that Beanie Siegel grew up in.
Okay.
There's no way she didn't look around at that reality and see what niggas got to do to be successful. If she grew up in the suburbs, I would say sure. If she grew up in middle America in the flyover state, maybe. But she grew up in the same place where niggas, everybody she grew up with goes to jail. Everybody she goes up gets shot. Everybody she goes up doesn't get good jobs. And there's no way that she looked at all that and said every single person I'm surrounded to isn't successful just because they didn't work hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's seen too much. She's too smart to be that. I mean, just the world she's into. You know what I mean? When she's hosting at VH1, you ain't noticed the 2 other black people here in the whole room, and none in the corporate office, all of them white. I mean, you think that's just a coincidence? Like, even in the places she's in, the evidence is there if you want to see it.
That's a good point.
And because she's had a different political position before, where she's almost articulated this stuff, it's hard for me to believe that she unremembers those things.
Okay, yep. Enough of this.
Which one?
Yeah.
Say get to it.
Do y'all think the awards happened in LA? Yada, 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 yada. We all saw it. We're here with takes. Where do y'all want to begin with this?
I'll start that it was hard as fuck to find. They said it was gonna be on Paramount Plus. It was not.
Wasn't.
So I had to resort
And
to
there's no BET Plus app no more.
I had to resort to some alternative methods to watch the show, which I didn't.
Me too. I had to cut cable on.
That's what I did.
I ain't turned cable on in ages, and I ain't know what channel BET was. I just guessed on some muscle memory shit, but it was VH1. That's how I know I'm older now.
Close.
I know the VH1 channel, and I don't know the. So VH1 was showing it, Nickelodeon was showing it, all of the sister channels was showing it. So
It was hard to find on streaming. I'll say that.
Super hard.
The rebroadcast of the replay is on Paramount.
Oh, it is.
That's
Okay.
how I got it.
Doesn't help
live,
much.
it wasn't.
Yeah.
Doesn't help much as Sunday at 8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nah. But the show, I thought it was. So I'm officially at the age where like a lot of the acts, I guess, like who the fuck is that?
Okay.
Because I might know their name and their voice, but I don't necessarily know their face right away.
Okay.
So I had a couple moments where I was like, I feel like the old head in there with some of the younger acts, but the performances were good. I thought Drewski did a great job.
I thought so too. Yeah.
I
enjoyed it.
I love Drewski. It was his first go. I'll give him
Hosting is
grace.
different.
It is.
What's
Just his skits weren't that funny to me. They didn't land like his skits usually do in internet format, I guess I would say.
Oh, I see what you
I
mean.
think all of the
Yeah. Let's stay
respectfully,
there.
'cause I love Drewski,
Listen,
but-
we absolutely love Drewski. That's my prize picks brother. He's on his way. He's already there, but
Yeah,
he's on his way to do even more amazing things.
Yes.
And I'm super happy that he got that opportunity.
Same.
It did feel good to see a fresh face. It felt good for BET to acknowledge internet lore, and I guess we'll talk about that later on. But Drewski was like BET saluting not just Drewski, but the digital era
Internet
and
culture.
the internet and
Internet
what's going on.
culture. Yeah.
So
Showing
I
that they're paying
absolutely
attention.
love that. But the awards, this was one of those times where you see the difference in internet and
Hosting is different.
It is.
it is.
Yeah.
It is.
And this was live,
and,
right?
and you know what gave that away for me? Like when Keke Palmer made her joke about, hey, I should host this. Why
She
they even
spoke it.
asking you?
And they all stood up and clapped for her?
No.
Yeah, but when she took the mic, she sounded like a host.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
That's them 10,000 hours.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Shout out to her. And I did enjoy Drewski, but I'm okay if I don't see him host there again.
I think he could.
No, I think he could get
do
it
it.
again. I
Again.
think he'll go home, watch film.
Fine-tuning.
Yeah, watch film, see the areas that you could improve, see the areas where you might have missed.
And I wish they just would have came up with new skits.
New shit.
That's what I didn't like.
That's the thing for me. He kind of rehashed the
Yeah.
same skits that we already
We saw
died
it.
laughing at.
And
so
I'm
they're
not
not
mad-
going to hit the same exact way again.
I
I'm
think
not
he would
mad
be
at
a
a
great
nigga.
co-host with someone like Kiki. Maybe is like the main MC kind of, and then he's the comedic relief.
Yeah,
Like,
She
yeah.
put her
kind of
bid
vibe.
in, and she put her bid in now. Like they saying she
And
got
they
it
stamped
sold
it.
up for next year.
I mean, they kind of, the crowd
Plus-
kind of got behind her.
Do you think that the crowd wasn't really receptive to some of the stuff? Do you think that it's because they really didn't identify who? But they know who's going to be in the audience. But do you think that one, that they saw it already, or two, it just
They
wasn't the
saw it.
time in the moment?
That crowd have seen his skits.
Yeah, I'm saying, but
You know
which
what I'm
one do
saying?
you think you lean on? Like it wasn't a time because it's a time and place to do.
I don't
certain
think
type of
everybody's
content.
seen them skits.
I was about to say that too. I think
a lot of them, like again, some of them was older in there. Everybody ain't
Yeah,
watched
a
them
lot of
skits and
people.
shit.
Like, I hadn't seen
saw
some of them.
when he flew
The rapper
in.
joint.
It was that's what they faces.
Yeah, them
Niggas
niggas like, what the fuck is this? And a lot of people didn't like that church.
Yeah.
Making fun of the church, so you led with that.
Yeah, that ain't the
it
right
rubbed
crowd
a couple
for that.
people the wrong way. You can see it in their faces. They was like, "Yo, what the fuck are you doing?"
Black people are
They don't play when it come to church.
I know.
religious.
Yes,
a lot of them
They
don't
don't play
play
about
that.
their church.
Yeah, they look at that shit as blasphemous. And
I
then
get it.
to Mark's point, me, I ain't know a bunch of them motherfuckers. I'm like, who the fuck? So some of those people might not necessarily identify with Drewski because, to Joe's point, he is an internet star,
Right.
more so than a network star.
Right.
He's an internet star. A lot of older people don't really play the net like that. You get what I'm saying?
Fair.
So they not.
And,
Maybe on Facebook.
and again, I want to make it clear, I'm not really putting it on Drewski that he did the same skits because it's
more of a writer
It's a
production
famous
thing.
corporate. Hey, we see what you did was hot online. Come do
But
it
we
over
gonna
here in
amplify
front of
it.
more
We
eyes.
gonna amplify it.
Exactly. But even like when he did the walk down the aisle before he got to Keke Palmer. When he was talking to Ray J, like,
Yeah.
I think that's hilarious.
I thought that was great.
because
Yeah, that was funny.
Ray J, you lied to us, and I've heard Drewski say that to him before. But in a room full of stars, I don't really give a fuck about Ray J lying to me. Not with the host. The host is there to nigga pinpoint the heads in here. Ray J not even really dressed for this shit. He got a black t-shirt on. It's just not. It's just not.
That's a good point. I mean, the crowd. I separate the skits from his hosting, right? And I was like, I didn't love all the skits, but I thought in terms of his crowd work, his moving, he looked comfortable, but he could get better. But I thought he did a good job. Maybe
his energy was on a million.
Oh, for sure.
His energy was on a million. It carried it for me. I didn't love the whole Ice Cube. That didn't hit
that
right.
I thought wasn't
that
funny.
Didn't connect.
And not because we're whole Avengers. I just didn't think it was that funny.
It didn't hit.
It didn't connect.
Sometimes you miss. That just did not hit.
Yeah, and Ice Cube
I'm so old. I ain't even know that he was doing Hove. I thought he was doing fucking Ren or one of the other niggas. Yeah. For real.
It did.
Until he kept saying
New York. But he was doing Ren.
No,
yo, we own this shit. No, it's not crazy. It's just like I feel you.
Like Ice Cube was there. You thinking that he emulating a Jerry curl until it hit you that he talking about Jay-Z?
Yeah, it wasn't. That one missed.
I peeped that right.
And doing that next to Ice Cube.
That's what I didn't get.
It just didn't make sense.
Ice Cube ain't never.
Don't give a fuck about none of that.
Yeah, that ain't that.
And if you see Ice Cube anywhere as of late, he don't really be on no jokey joke shit. Like he be super serious.
Never really been on jokey.
So it's like you coming out there
even back
doing
in
that
the day,
with
he
him.
wasn't on.
He's
jokey
the straight
joke.
man on Friday, really.
Like
you coming out there doing that next to him, it just
Yeah, I don't think he was joking when he said, all right, you can keep it up here. They gonna blackball you. They gonna
get canceled.
I don't think that was Ice Cube joking.
Nah.
No, he wasn't.
The fucking I did laugh at some of that shit the choir was singing back there. But again, I've seen that.
saw the choir skit though.
Yeah, the BBL rapper dude. But shout out to Drewski, amazing opportunity. I'm sure there's a million more at your door. And it was just a room full of beautiful black people.
Yes.
Every time they kind of showed the drone shot of the crowd, I was dreading coming to work. I'm like, how am I coming here and say anything about this? This is just beautiful black shit. It ain't gonna be me to come in here and try to throw rain on the parade.
That's what I said too. Is there something to say?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, real quick, we've been complaining about. I guess it was the hip hop. The hip hop and the BET Awards are two different things.
Very different.
Yeah. So let me say that. But I felt like BET, as far as production wise, they did a great job.
They did.
I thought it was put together well. I thought
for sure.
The energy was wonderful. I thought the support was.
I think the people showed up. Was dope. I think
People showed up.
So
that's the important part.
What
we said. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I want to know some of the critiques because I left there satisfied. Like, oh, this was nice. This was real good. Now maybe I'm looking at it from a different lens than how you guys.
I have very small critiques,
bitch.
That are that are significant to me, but they're not like they might feel nitpicky.
Okay.
All right. One is, I think all award shows had this problem, but I find the BET Awards has this problem more. The banter between presenters, is often awkward and weird, and it feels like some of them just don't read before they get there. Now, sometimes it happens. It's very clear. Ice Cube, for example, he did a great job with the first thing he presented. The second thing, he was very clearly filling in for somebody when he was reading the Lauryn Hill thing. Like he had never seen that before. That's not his fault. So that's the thing where you can't do nothing about that. That's an award show. He was a G for even stepping in. But some of the banter I thought just wasn't. If you're going to script it should be funny. Mm-hmm. And if you're not going to script it, then let it be loose. And it felt like it was scripted and not funny. Sometimes I didn't love that.
All right, Mark opened the door right there, so I'm going to follow. I'm going to follow up.
I think it's scripted.
I'm telling you,
it's scripted.
It's scripted.
The banter.
Yes, I've been on a lot of these shows. You can see it on the property.
Really?
You can see them reading the script.
Well, if that's the case, I agree with you because that shit seemed like it was awkwardness.
That's my
like
point.
it wasn't real. I thought it wasn't scripted.
Is it possible?
There's a rehearsal the day before.
I was going to ask you. You just answered my question.
I'm sorry, but good.
No,
I was going to say, is it possible that it's scripted, but the person reading the script is new to them?
And that's the point.
That's what it felt like.
That's a production question. Like, if I'm presenting, I should be there the day before, or I should be really good at reading. Or I should be there has to be something, you shouldn't first read it online. You shouldn't be reading it in front of
I agree.
10 million people.
That's what that shit felt like.
Yeah.
I hate to say this, but kind of to Mark's point, some of the presenters, and BET does this more than anybody, the presenters they about to come out got a show coming somewhere.
Oh yeah,
they
let you get your promo off,
and they come out there as the show trio or duo, and be like, "All right, this fall at 9 o'clock. What do you think, Trev? What's the name of our show?" And it's just like, "Hey, BT, I damn near didn't give a fuck about y'all being on.
They care about two dads in a baby.
I don't care what the fuck Cole from Martin is, and he looked great.
He looked great, by the way.
He looked fantastic.
That nigga ain't aging.
He looked amazing.
He not aging.
But guess who is not gonna watch the new Cole show? And that was my man. That was D-Ray up there. That D-Ray's family, friend of the show. I'm not watching none of this shit. I'm sorry. Save it.
I don't mind those commercials as much as the blatant. Like, I wish they could find a cooler way to do the corporate sponsors.
They're nasty.
Like,
it's like we see Verizon.
Rest in peace, Sonny Rollins, presented by Doritos. It was crazy to me. Like,
that's exactly how it was.
They could do that shit a little bit smoother.
And because of that, because of them doing what you said, I paid attention to that shit so much more. At some point in the broadcast, I'm like, yo, these niggas is getting all the money. Hyundai, Doritos,
Verizon, Dove.
Miami's
like Dove.
They was out of here.
Yeah.
Shit went off.
They shot a liquor commercial mid-show and took a shot.
Yeah. When Kiki went up there, she said, and Verizon, we gonna get the chip. Verizon is right there. We saying it. I'm like, God damn.
That's why I said it was too much. It was like Verizon's here. Then we go to the Living Legend Award presented by Verizon with Verizon already sitting there. Like, we get it. Verizon. Like, it's too heavy-handed.
All right, I'm gonna say some more shit that I shouldn't say.
I'm right. I got your back, just like with the mayor.
I wish they'd stop asking Martin to do shit.
Yo, thank you. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. As a black person, with one of our better black actors and comedians, come on, yo.
Just stop, yo.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Enough.
Yeah.
Am I off?
No.
No.
When I asked y'all when I walked in, remember?
Yeah.
I was like, yo, is it me or what's up? Something's...
Why he can't just sit? Why they can't just let him sit down, chill, bring him some water, something like?
Even if you show him on the camera, just shout when you do your Who's in the Building. Oh, we got the Legend Martin in the building, like something. You don't have to have him on stage like that.
Yeah, because
I don't like to see.
I don't like hearing him talk like that. I don't like seeing him. He just doesn't look like his best self, and he's such a legend. We love him so much. Yeah.
That whole bit didn't. It fell off.
Yeah, it's awkward. That's what I mean. That's the thing. I love the show, but I just think sometimes the dialogue, the bit, they just miss the mark a little bit sometimes, and they make me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That's what it is. They make me uncomfortable when I'm watching them.
Overall, I did enjoy the show a lot.
I did too.
We're a long way from overall.
I know.
We ain't get to the tribute.
I don't like shitting on shit and then not like recognize and then it was a good show.
Yeah.
It was a good show.
Can I ask a question?
Everything I got is a nitpick.
How many awards did they give out?
4, 5.
That was my whole thing. I'm like, who's with like?
I can tell you,
it wasn't many.
It was not.
But that's the case with most major award shows.
But it wouldn't be.
Yeah, but at least like even with the Grammys, they'll do the pre-show. They'll let you know who won. Yes, like I didn't know who.
It's no time to give out awards when you're counting money.
And that's
what are you talking about? This is not really an award show. We in the back.
It's a concert.
Count all the money.
Yeah. Awards.
It's a concert.
I was surprised every time an award came out. I was like, oh shit.
Cardi got an award, yeah.
the Clips got an award.
T.I. opened up with a performance. He was great. I enjoyed all the performances. K won, even though her fans was mad that they went to commercial, but that's what they do. That's what they do out there.
Yeah.
But she was great. I do have a problem with people just not singing or rapping live.
Yeah.
Like the TV track every year gets louder and louder, and only it like
Max and French was very like it was the song with
they played the song.
It was the song.
Yeah.
But they look great up there. They look like absolute money up there. Again, Jasmine didn't want to kiss. We gotta ask Jazz why she won't kiss this nigga. Every time he go for some sugar in public, she turn her head. And he's such a boss looking nigga, it don't ever faze him.
He don't give a fuck.
He don't give a fuck. But she won't not kiss. I gotta get some tea. And she hold down too. She don't tell the tea. I tried. I tried. But Max and French look absolutely great. When Ross put when they put the minks on.
Yeah.
They did. I was glad that there was that New York representation up there. What else happened? Cardi B was hilarious.
Yo, to me, being this song was,
and then asking them, on the internet asking them to lay off a beer.
That was the funniest thing in the world.
Nigga, they did it because you did it.
She went right online to say, "Yo, I'm not a bully. I don't condone bullying, and I don't mess with people if they stop messing with me."
Meanwhile, Ben just put an album like 2 days before.
Yeah. So leave her alone, yada, yada,
Which
yada.
I do like, though. I'm not going to hold you. I like her saying it, even if it's...
I agree.
All right, you know what's funny? And again, my men should be acting up. But I swore Cardi B came out, did a verse from that song, moved on, did some other songs, came back as like the grand finale with the Be a Diss